December 7th, 2021. Yesterday I was going on how important it is to timestamp this, and then I gave the wrong year. I was only off by 20 years, you know? 2001, 2021. I've been around for both, so... But that's the beauty of our humanness, right? You know, that... you gotta know if you're going somewhere, right? My life is going there, that you're gonna make mistakes. I get up every single day and I make mistakes, and I'm fine with it. Like, because that's just part of the process. You just fail forward, and you fail, and you fail, and you get up, and you fail some more, and you just keep going, right? Why? Because I'm clear on where I'm going. My life is going there, right? I'm publishing those books by April. I am going to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2022, right? That's where I'm going, right? Blinders on. I'm going there. Mistakes, whatever, people's opinions, doesn't matter. That all gets to fall by the wayside because I'm clear on where I'm going, right? Because that's what we're doing this week, is the mindset of clarity of where you are to where you're going, and then breaking it down into actionable items that you can achieve that. Because you have to have actionable items, right, in order to make the macro idea make sense, right? Again, to use my example, I want to be someone like Glennon Doyle. Great. What are the actionable steps? Actionable steps, number one, is if I can get an audience of 100,000 people on YouTube, wow, that would go a really long ways to help me get my message across, because this work is really important, even before the books come out. And yeah, the books are going to be a whole nother, you know, chapter and adventure in my life. But there's lots of work to do now, right? We're not just sitting around being passive, waiting to change the world, you know, no. It's go time. It is go time. It is go time now, right? Because we need to protect the planet. We need to protect future generations from institutionalized bigotry, right? Yesterday was a tough video for me because of that letter that helped me recognize that I'm too late to help the next generation. Because the next generation, those who are 20, 30 years younger than me, are already being damaged, are already being victimized by their faith communities and being told that they need to be fixed, right? That they're not right, that they're unworthy of certain basic human civil liberties, right? We just got the ability to be married. John and I, the day that ruling came down from the Supreme Court, I proposed to him that day in 2015, and I will never forget it, because it was the first time that our government said, I see you, I recognize you, and I hold your sacred relationship in the manner in which it should be. Because I promise you, the loudest opponents to my sacred marriage to my spouse came from faith communities, and we do not forget. We may eventually in time forgive, but there's a lot that needs to happen between now and that happening. Because the Mormon Church spent billions of dollars making sure that I couldn't marry John. So no. You don't get to say that there is any decency there, that there is any goodness. Right, Lewis? It's always so nice when you make a little appearance. Oh, you're such a good boy. I love this dog. He's such a good boy. Okay, go play with your siblings. Go. Anyhow, like I was saying, it's going to be a long time before that can be whitewashed or glossed over. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way that gets to be forgiven or forgotten anytime soon. And all you ladies who keep emailing me about the glory of your religion, I want to say to you that that is an effort for you to carve out a gray area for bigotry. You're serving your own ego when you come up next to me and say that there is goodness there. There's no gray area to bigotry. There is no gray area. It is a black and white issue. Do you belong to a bigoted organization, yes or no? There is no gray area. There's no, yeah, I belong to a bigoted organization, but you know, we really are pulling for ya. I'm sorry. Who asked you to do that other than your own ego because you know what you're doing is wrong? Immoral. It is immoral to belong to an openly bigoted organization. How do you do that? And then pull up next to me saying, you know, I've started a really great marketing campaign for you gays in my faith institution. Don't do that. I don't care. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to leave and not support bigoted institutions. How is that so difficult? It's so difficult because you can't leave. That's why it's difficult. So you need to carve out a little gray area of bigotry where you like providing a shelter for yourself, saying, I can belong to this bigoted organization and I can fund this bigoted organization, but I self-absolve from the crimes of bigotry within this institution because I'm on your side. You're on my side in name only, and when pressed, you will always choose your Jesus group over what's right. You won't leave. You won't leave. There's no way. That's not how faith communities work. Right, Jonestown? I, again, would love to be proven wrong. Show me. Show me that you have left the faith communities that are actively involved in bigotry against gay people, and I'll believe it. But I've never once seen it. Not once. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I'm waiting for you to say, here is the love, and not in name only. That doesn't work anymore. You're gonna say, here is the love as prescribed by the faith that I fixed. Gay people can now get married in the Mormon temple. Gay people can now have full membership in the Mormon faith. But until those things happen, I'm not interested in having any conversation, and I will not facilitate it. Not for 1 second. You want to go do that? That's great. Go. But do not involve me. I do not want to hear about it. I do not care. Okay? Please. It is cruel for you to stand up for in any way organizations, faith communities that have vilified us gay people since the dawn of time. Because that's what's happened. And I'm not saying don't go out and fix it. Go fix it. Yes, by all means, if that's what you want to do. But be congruent within yourself of who you are and what you're bringing into the world. I have a lot more respect for a lot of the men of faith communities who are like, yep, I belong to a bigoted organization. That's just the way it is. And maybe it'll change over time. Like that, I can get on board with. But these ladies who want it both ways, like, no way. Absolutely not. Because you're doing that for you. You're not doing that for me. You say you are, but you're not. Because when pressed, you will always choose your faith community over me and my family. I've seen it too many times. I've lived through it too many times. Please understand, I have been here for decades now, waiting for faith communities to clean themselves up. Clean it up. Get rid of the bigotry. But you know, the Mormon community didn't even accept black people as members until the 1970s. That's something that happened in my lifetime. And yeah, it eventually happened. And yeah, there are a lot of people leading the way within that faith community to achieve that goal of allowing black people to participate in that faith. Why they want to, I don't know. Clearly they don't want you. That's like gay Mormons to me. I'm like, what? Like, they don't want you. Do you have no self-respect? at all. They don't want you, and you're creating a problem by being there because you're pushing them to deal with it. It was like my last quilt guild. First of all, they wanted to hold they do hold the guild meetings in a church that holds horrifically bigoted views against my family. So you want me to walk into that hall of bigotry and hate to participate in a quilt guild? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not feel welcome. I do not feel seen. And I will stand up for my family. So I can't do that anymore. I can't walk into your institutions of bigotry and hate. Absolutely not. That's not a safe place for me. And again, until the institution changes and the catechism, is that how you say it, right? The Catholic catechism. Let me read you just a tiny little bit here of what it says on the Archdiocese of America's website about gay people. So, it says, let me just get it to it right here. The Catechism of the Catholic Church is a text which contains dogmas and the natural law and names homosexual tendencies as intrinsically immoral and contrary to the natural law, and names homosexual tendencies as objectively disordered. Christians, does that feel right to you? Huh? Does that feel okay? You're gonna join an organization that posts those views on their website? That's who you are? You're willing to overlook that. So let me phrase what they have, what the Catholics have on their own website a different way. Okay? The Catechism of the Catholic Church, a text which contains dogmas and teachings of the Church, names, let's see, black people? Right? That names black people as immoral and objectively disordered. So, it says black people as intrinsically immoral and contrary to natural law. Black people as intrinsically immoral and contrary to natural law. Does that feel right when we say it about black people? If it said that about black people on their website, would you stay? Or is it just because it's just gay people that it's not quite the same, doesn't have quite the same bite because y'all are so used to it? You don't hear it. You don't even hear it. Right? It names black people as intrinsically immoral and contrary to the natural law, and names people of color as objectively disordered. If it said that about black people as opposed to gay people on their website, would that make a difference? Like, where's the line for your tolerance for bigotry? Does it end at racism? Does it go on to homophobia? Does it go on to include other people? Like, where's the line for you? Because you don't get it both ways. You don't get to say that you're a good person while standing up for institutionalized bigotry by way of the Mormon or Catholic Church. And again, I'm not saying don't go fix it. Go fix it, but don't involve me at all. I have no respect for you as a person if you participate in an organization that hangs its hat on homophobia and refuses to see my humanity as a person in the world. No, no, no. No, no, no. You don't get to do that to me and my family. Here's another letter I got from Australia, right? Says, just watched your goodbye YouTube video. Just wanted to send you hugs from Melbourne, Australia. I found you on the Quilting Summit and thought you were amazing. Just don't let any other idiot tell you otherwise. I was sad to see your YouTube go and how upset you were. My great aunt is gay. during the 70s and 80s, and it just wasn't talked about. People in churches don't know what they are saying and looks at all like atrocities that they have caused. I just want to send you my good wishes and wish I could give you a real hug. My mom walked in the gay Mardi Gras where she walked with the AIDS quilt. I was so proud of my mom, and it saddened me to see how many people passed away from AIDS. I just want you to know that I have faith in you, and want you to know that you are loved from an Aussie down under. Thank you for that. She goes on and she says to put it up on my wall. I will. Thank you for that. I will. That's how you support. You don't support the LGBTQ plus community by funding that which seeks to harm us. And then saying that, you know, there's goodness there. There probably is. There probably is goodness there. But it's too triggering and too damaging to my soul right now to deal with that. So, let's stay focused, okay? There are several things that we're going to be talking about in terms of what is a distraction. This, in a way, is a distraction. Healing can be a distraction. There's lots of good things in your life that can be a distraction to where you're going. Where am I going? I'm going there. And I focus on that every day, right? So, that's it for today. I'm just going to keep plugging away, continuing to show up here. And again, this is, I just hope that you hang with me for a little bit, because there's so much more that's coming, right? Right now, we're just really laying down the groundwork. And again, these things take time, right? Hang with me for the next 30, 60 days, okay? Because that's when things start to really get traction, right? I've only been doing this a week. Wow. A week. Look how much traction I have. I have clarity. I have purpose. I know where I'm going. I have started to really develop a database of people who do support me in this work, because this work is important, right? And I'm getting so much more clarity every single day that I come in here and I talk about my hopes and dreams and what it is that I hope to achieve by way of bringing in change and facilitating better lives for all of us. But at some point, all of us who are participating in bigotry need to stop doing that. You need to stop standing up for it. Enough. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.